Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Collector's Corner. This is kind of a weird one in that we're not really looking at a collector's edition or anything like that, but instead we're going to be looking at, well, this bad boy right here, which as you can see is the Pokken Tournament DX Pro Pad. And whenever I play Pokken, either via Twitch or on YouTube here, I'm going to be using this bad boy right here. So you'll notice that it's got the Nintendo seal of quality, even though it is a HORI product. It's because this is an officially licensed HORI product, which is why it looks like all the other Nintendo-based accessories. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, and I just realized that I'm going to have to go get a knife. Okay, dokie. Through the magic of editing, I have a knife. Kind of a crappy knife actually, but whatever. Alright, I'm not actually going to keep this box because I don't really have room for it. So you can see here, open this up. We got a lovely little, let me just back this, whoops, back it out a little, just a little bit. Whatever. And inside, okay, so this is really, really basic. Take a look at this. It's not like there's really nothing much to this. You have your little controller, and the rest is just a little empty box. And it closes like that. You know what? What the hell? Here, leave it like that. So you got this here. Yes, it is indeed a USB wired controller. So why the hell would you buy this? What are you, stupid, Jared? Yes, I am. I'm very stupid. Oh, it's got a little sleeve on it. Ooh, fancy, man. So, wow, this feels weird. Okay, so this feels a little bit odd because I'm used to the what's it called? The Pro controller. Wow, this feels so weird in the hands. You notice this little bump here? It's got like a little ridge here, so it feels very odd. It's almost like you want to hold it kind of like that. So anyways, here's the controller. You'll notice down here you have select, start, ZL, ZR, a D-pad. The D-pad feels good. It doesn't feel as good as the one on the Pro controller, and then you've got your 4 buttons, Y, X, B, and A. And then this is what's really unique, is that you only have 2 buttons, L and R. But what's cool with this is its price. It's only 25 American dollars. I think it was 40 Canadian, which is significantly cheaper than the Pro controller. Now, that said, I don't believe this has any functionality whatsoever with amiibos. It obviously doesn't have a oh, it doesn't even have a capture or home screen button. Okay, interesting. So it's missing a lot of the functionality that the Pro controller has. And speaking of which, let's see those side by side. So here you go. Here's a Pro controller, and here is the HORI controller. So they're definitely different. You can see the thickness of this. It's much. This would be very, very friendly for children, I think. I also have no idea of compatibility. I literally just unboxed it right now, but I wanted to show you more just the difference. So in terms of functionality, this guy here, you know, you have your home button, you have amiibo support, and it's a legitimate controller. It also has the gyroscopic abilities, it's got the smart rumble, and so on and so forth. So it has a lot more features than this guy, for sure. However, if you're looking to play Pokken Tournament, and in particular Pokken Tournament DX on the Switch, this is certainly a viable controller. I just don't, it doesn't feel comfortable with these 2 ridges here. When I hold it, you can see my finger there? It's like I'd have to hold it something like this, and that doesn't feel comfortable. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but considering the price, that's what I really liked. So I'm going to have to check on compatibility of the title, because if it only works Well, no, it's looking like it will work with anything. Just reading right here, if you can see, it says may not function for titles that require motion controls. So that means that it would function with just about everything else. Yeah, no other... okay, so it basically won't work with motion control. So it's not like you're going to go and play this with Super Mario Odyssey anyways, right? You're not going to play that with the D-pad. But I will say, it's pretty good, man. It's not bad. It feels good. And the two giant buttons up there are kind of weird. You know, you could play this if they ever had a virtual console with like Super Nintendo games or something. This may actually work rather well, because instead of having little L and R buttons, you could have giant L and R buttons, which is what they have. So maybe that would work out. I'm going to try this with Neo Geo games. I think this would actually work rather well, because Neo Geo games primarily just use the D-pad and the four buttons here. So yeah, it's significantly cheaper than its Pro Controller counterpart, obviously. It's like half the price, but you're also getting half of the function, or half of the functionality of the controller. But if you want one, it is a really, really cheap alternative to the Pro Controller for certain games. Just be aware that it's not going to work with motion controller games. And it's also not really ideal for three-dimensional games. But if you want one, it's certainly a reasonable second-player controller for a lot of the 2D games, indie games, things like that. I could definitely recommend that. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week with another episode of Collector's Corner.